Hello, my name's Nick.
And I'm Jayne.
And together we're walking
The Camino.
the Camino. Well, not yet. We're planning to walk the Camino. So when we say Camino, we mean everyone says
which Camino?
exactly. And what is the Camino? Camino is actually the Camino de Santiago de Compostela. And Camino simply means the way, which is a bit of a misnomer because there's not just one way. There are 10 plus lots of different roads to Santiago de Compostela.
So we've chosen to walk the Portuguese way. There's lots of considerations before you choose which way you're going to go. And for us, it was about the time of year that we were doing it. So I could only get time off long enough in the summer. So that kind of guided our decision.
Yeah, we've not just chosen the Portuguese way. We've actually focused in on the Portuguese Coastal way. And the thinking behind that was that we've got to go in summer, it's going to be hot. And hopefully we'll get a bit of a cool breeze off the Atlantic. One of the other factors is time.
So yeah, we're walking for about 2 weeks, and so it needed to be a short enough walk in order to complete it in 2 weeks relatively comfortably, but also long enough so that we would qualify for the all-important Camino passport. So that's the real objective, getting that passport under our belts.
Yeah, it seems crazy not to walk all that way and not get some sort of accreditation for it. Although having said that, many years ago we did the coast to coast across the north of England, and there were no badges or certificates for that.
Just the pride of following in the footsteps of Wainwright.
And it was on the back of that we decided that we needed to do another long walk and looked at the various ways of St. James. Okay, so everybody's heading towards Santiago de Compostela, and you might wonder why, and it's for the remains of St. James. Apparently it's just his toe, but that's enough for thousands of people every year to make their journey.
People do the pilgrimage for many reasons, and one of the things I'm really looking forward to is meeting some of those fellow pilgrims and understanding why they're doing it. For us it's a challenge, for others it's a manifestation of their faith. So really looking forward to the people that we'll meet on our way.
So one of the things, the first things we did was to read up about walking the Camino, and there are plenty of websites out there, plenty of people have gone that way and left information, but having decided to do the Portuguese route, we found that not so many, so we were a little stuck for how we were going to do it, how long it would take, what it would look like. If you're considering the Portuguese Camino, I recommend, among others, but stingynomads.com. They've got loads on their website. So Stingy Nomads, lots of information. They've done lots of Caminos, different routes, lots of practical advice and documented experiences of their journeys. Well worth taking a look at. Using their suggested agenda itinerary, I think they call it. I went about trying to plot how far we could walk in each day, where we're likely to be staying. Even did the journey on Google Maps, dropping my little orange van on the road, knowing that it wouldn't be the same route exactly, but it would give us an idea of how far and what the terrain would be like.
Just talking about terrain, Nick, I
Yeah.
realise that's one of the other reasons we chose the Portuguese route, because in comparison it's relatively flat. So again, in the heat, it was going to be a slightly easier journey. So it's just the distance that could beat us rather than the hills.
Yes, absolutely. We know this is going to be hot weather, and it's our first Camino, so we chose to be kind to ourselves.
See what you did there? Our first Camino.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Maybe the first of many, we'll see. So we've chosen that route. I've plotted it all out. We've done a bit of training in the UK, worked out how far we could walk, and guesstimated about where we're going to be staying every night, and then thought about booking the hotels ourselves. So I just said about hotels, that was one of our other considerations. We decided that we didn't want to be pitching tents or crashing with a lot of people snoring, and well, let's just leave it at snoring, through the night, and the comings and goings, and that we wanted to get a decent night's sleep. So we've chosen to book hotels along the way. So it was a bit of a logistical nightmare, and at that point we looked into going to one of the many providers that you can find online. There are sort of three big ones that you'll find straight away, but we found one of the smaller companies called Max Adventure.com. So yeah, we decided to go with them, and it meant paying a bit more, but that was because of the comfort we wanted of hotels.
Well, and to have the support in country should anything happen and go wrong. They've got agents that are there to support you along the way.
Yeah, I hope so.
Me too.
They certainly got, as most of them have, I believe, an app that'll go on your phone, and on that are your daily plans, your daily routes, and all the details about your hotels, where you're staying that night, how far the route is. So all useful information, all good stuff. When we booked it all, they sent us through various documentations, various sort of lists of packing lists and printouts, but they also sent us a copy of a guide to the Camino, the Portuguese Camino, showing the various routes, which actually we'd already bought, but really useful information, lots on there, and that'll be our travelling companion as well as the app.
Clearly today we're not in Portugal, although the sky's blue and it's really warm, so you can be forgiven for thinking that we were. We're just out on a training walk local to us, and getting in some kilometres so that we're Camino ready for the big day. We've got, counting down now, 8 days to go.
Mm-hmm.